Here we go. Okay, we last left off. We spoke about why does man have to work for their living? Why can't it just be? Because Hashem controls everything. That Hashem just gives us with all everything that we need. So we explained from the Shaar HaBitachon two reasons. Number one, is that yeah, for sure, God can give you whatever He wants, and actually, whatever you're supposed to get is going to end up in your hands. It's a test for you. Are you going to choose to get everything that you need in a mutter way, or are you going to false test and do it in an usher way? And the second reason is because if a person has too much time, they spend their time doing things that aren't actually proper. And so to make sure that you don't sin, Hashem makes sure that you are busy doing work. But then we pointed out that if there's somebody who doesn't meet that, who doesn't need these two things, right? We know for sure that he won't rebel against Hashem and that he'll spend his time properly. So says the Shaar HaBitachon, that person doesn't need to actually work for their living, and Hashem will just give him whatever he needs. So with that in mind, he continues that he asserted that supremely righteous people are exempt from the need to engage in ishtadlus. The corollary of this assertion is that wicked people are heavily burdened with that need. Chovos Vavos now acknowledges that in reality, this is sometimes not the case, neither for the righteous nor for the wicked. V'im Yomar HaOmer, if someone will question our assertion and say, Hine anachnu roim, miktat tzadikim leizdam min lehem tarpa mela achrei amal vegia. Look, you're telling me the righteous people, they don't need to work, but we see some righteous people and they're working very hard. They only get their livelihood after they work really hard. Barabim man shaviris b'shalva, and you have many sinful people who are chilling out. V'chayem b'tov v'neimim, and they're living their lives in prosperity and comfort. So this should seem as like a proof against what he pointed out. Against his theory. So he says this is an age-old question. No more kikvar kadmu neviim v'chasidim lachkar inyan. So many neviim they and tzaddikim they asked about this question. Mehem mi shamar madua derech risham tzleicha. And he quotes a lot of psukim. Why does the wicked prosper? This is the well-known phrase tzaddik veralo rash v'tovlo. Righteous person whom is bad, wicked person who is good. Says the Gemara. And he quotes many other psukim from Chavakuk, from Tehillim. We're not going to go through all of them, but he's pointing out that this is a very famous question. He says, Ach hiniach hanavi, he points out that the prophets left this problem unresolved. Ach hiniach hanavi atshuva bebiri lozeh. The prophet, in each case, refrained from giving the answer to explain this phenomenon. Because the reason for every righteous person being tested with their particular hardship, or any wicked person having a good in this world, zulas Elos Acher is different from the other reason, the other righteous person or another wicked person is given that sort of life. Meaning, there's no one answer. Every single situation is unique. And so therefore Moshe said the hidden matters are for Hashem, but the revealed matters are for us and our children. And Shlomo Melech said similar. Basically, every single situation is different. That's the real answer to the question. But says Shaar HaBitachon, we'll do this tomorrow. He says, he's like, I want to try to give you some explanations. He says, I'm going to point out five different reasons for hardships experienced by righteousness. We're going to get to that tomorrow. I wanted to share. We'll stop there for the day. Let me just stop recording. I wanted to share very, very quickly an idea I heard